state your name for the court reporter so she can take that down.
My name is Connie Grinstead.
All right, Ms. Grinstead, you may proceed. Can you hear her now?
Can you hear me okay?
If you pull that microphone up kind of maybe a little bit closer, can you?
Is that better?
Okay. She said it was okay.
Okay.
All right, you may proceed.
I'm here today to speak on behalf of Tara's dad and myself. October 2005 was the beginning of one of the most painful journeys that I think any family could ever be faced with, and the defendant was right in the middle of it. We know he wasn't charged with Tara's murder, but for over 11 years, he watched all of us who loved her suffer unimaginable pain and heartache as we frantically searched for her and prayed that by some miracle we might find her alive. He watched innocent people's lives turned upside down because they were falsely accused. He watched whole communities in turmoil because Tara was missing Osceola, where she lived and worked, her hometown of Hawkinsville, and even areas beyond. What he didn't see was the fear in the eyes of the young children in our family who were afraid to even go outside and play because they thought if somebody took Tara, they might take me too. What he didn't see was my elderly mother who lived in an assisted living home and who would sit every day with her face in her hands, worried and upset because we couldn't find Tara. When the workers would ask her what was wrong, she would say, "I'm just so worried about Tara." My mother had a stroke and died 28 days after Tara disappeared. The workers in that home told me they fully believed the stress of Tara's disappearance brought on that stroke that ended her life in a matter of hours. I wasn't even able to be with my mother during the last days of her life to comfort her because we were out looking for Tara, doing everything we knew to do to find her. So I have to live with that sadness every day too, that I could not be there for her at a time when she needed me the most. What he didn't see was the days and nights that we were so overcome with grief we could barely function. The sadness that I still see in her daddy's eyes over losing his little girl breaks my heart. And while all of those situations I just described were taking place, he did nothing. He just went on living his life, not caring about the pain he had caused to others. He knew she was never coming back. He could have at least told us that, but he didn't. And the reason he knew she wasn't coming back is because he had put load after load of wood on her body and burned her. He tried to make sure there would be nothing left of her. What kind of person does that to another human being? He underestimated how much she meant to so many people, and he underestimated her family and her friends and the fact that we would never give up. Tara was a wonderful person. She was a great teacher. She always tried to help her students reach their full potential. She was a hard worker and still a student herself. She had accomplished so much in her young life, but she still had dreams and goals that she was working towards. Now, all we can do is hold her dreams in our hearts because we will never see her fulfill them. His selfish, evil acts have hurt so many people and changed our lives forever. But our words here today, and even what the court of public opinion thinks of him, should not really be what matters most to him. What should matter the very most is what God sees when he looks into his heart. Tara's dad and I respectfully ask that this court give him the maximum sentence. Thank you for allowing me to speak on our behalf today.